Hey everyone, this is Rich from Rich TCG Bets. Hope y'all are having a great day. I feel refreshed after vacation. Looking at myself a little bit in the camera, I might have gotten a bit of a tan, or it's just the lighting. Either way, I feel great, and I hope y'all are having a great week as well. Happy Friday. Happy global release day of Attack of the Vine. Hopefully you've been able to get some product if you want some, and open some packs if that's what you like to do. I was only able to open a pre-release kit so far, which got me nothing. But that's besides the point. Today I want to talk about Wilds Unknown, where it was at global release, versus Attack of the Vine, where it's at today, and see which one is doing better so far. And the numbers will honestly shock you. Maybe not. Like I said, I've been out of town, so I haven't been following as much. So when I pulled the data earlier this morning, I was very, very shocked at the differences of the two. But without further ado, I apologize for the noise. I've got kids in the background, but that's it. That is what it is. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've got two numbers right in front of you, two like drastically different numbers, a delta of about $4,000. One is $9,077.06, and the other is $5,078.22. So my question for you is, which one is Attack of the Vines and which one is Wilds Unknown? As you know, with Wilds Unknown, we had the Buzz Iconic absolutely popping off. You've got in front of me popped off. With Attack of the Vine, all these enchanteds are super desirable, with them being very popular IPs with Peter Pan, Mickey, Monsters Inc., etc. So without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal Attack of the Vines is the one that's $9,000 and Wilds Unknown is $5,000, which I was absolutely shocked at because I've seen a lot of people posting these singles online. And I've been like, yeah, that's a pretty good price. Like $200 for that enchanted, that's pretty good. $250 enchanted, that's pretty good. But when we break down the individual tables, you'll see why this delta's there. Okay, so here is the price chart for, and again, I'm just looking at Iconic and Enchanteds because those are the main ticket items that people want in each of these sets. So funny enough, Belle and Lilo like have had zero sales in the week on TCG Player. So I had to look at eBay for those two and get an average. But everything else you see both on Attack of the Vine and Wilds Unknown is just going to be TCG Player. And so naturally things are going to be a little bit lower. So Belle and Lilo and Stitch, those are the big money makers, going for 4,800 combined for the two of them, which almost equates to the amount of the set value of Enchanted Design Iconics for Wilds Unknown a week after the pre-release event. So that's absolutely crazy. And then you got the Winnie the Pooh Piglet for 650. Honestly, shocked that that's not closer to $1,000, but I think we are seeing sales closer to that. This is just TCG Player market. Woody and Buzz, I'm consistently seeing that going for about $400, so I think that market price is true. And then Mickey and Minnie, I've been seeing that for like $350. So that market price is pretty true. But the crazy thing here is, yes, I know it's only been out for a week. We do see prices go down usually this weekend when you get more and more available. But the fact that every single enchanted is $100+ is crazy, with almost 8 of them being 200 plus. 7 of them. Mike Wazowski is number 7 right there, and Maleficent is really close to that $200 mark. But these enchanteds they're amazing. When I saw these cards, I was like, I love the movie like poster theme that they follow, and I just, like I said earlier, I think they nail it on the IPs. You've got Tangled, Mickey and Minnie, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., just to name a few that do really, really, really well. And then you've got the lower end movies, like the ones that I don't want to say are bad, but like just not as popular, or like shows like Darkwing Duck not doing too hot, Todd and Copper from Fox and the Hound. Wow, I almost forgot that. And then Malin Lee from Turning Red, naturally just not going to do well. And honestly, I know a lot of people love Up. I'm all right with Up, but I don't think the Carl and Russell card looks that great. I don't think they did a good service with that. I think that could have easily been like a $200, $300 enchanted if the art was a lot better than what it is. And then naturally, you've got the Madrigal family, the IP that everyone is tired of, at the bottom. On the Wilds Unknown side, you could see we had 5 enchanteds at 6 enchanted, sorry, sir, 7. Oh my gosh, 8. Wow, I should have done my homework before. 8 enchanted below $100, and this is in a weird order, mainly because it was sorted on pre-release pricing, and this was the order of the pre-release, so I apologize for that. But 8 enchanted under $100, and you only have one card over 1,000, none in the 2,000s. Yes, Merida's pretty close to that $1,000 mark. But then you've got a friend of me, an alien, in the mid 200s. These cards popped off probably a month after is where we saw these cards do well to that $700 mark. We saw Alien around 500, 550. You've got in front of me, I think got close to $1,000 raw, which is crazy, but just a week after it was at 267. So yes, I am kicking myself for not getting a You've Got a Friend in Me at that price, as well as multiple of these other enchanteds that have since increased. If we take a look at the booster box prices, total crazy too. I was absolutely shocked. I think I'm in, as well as a lot of people maybe when they're seeing this video, was like, oh, Wilds Unknown has always been high. You know, it's always been in demand. It's always been 200 plus. But a week after release, it was 119 on TCG Player. Today, Attack of the Vine is $200, and so a delta of $81, which is pretty crazy that it's like more than a 50% increase of Attack of the Vine than Wilds Unknown. But I think the main reason for this is we saw Wilds Unknown was kind of like the catalyst. I don't want to say the catalyst of the boom because Fabled's been that, but I think Wilds Unknown totally brought this to a totally different level of just Lorcana at the time, and then the effect they had on future sets like Attack of the Vine. People were buying these boxes left and right. Supply was drying up so quick, and then we saw FOMO starting to build, where this is the first Pixar set. This set has Toy Story. It's a Toy Story themed set. So people were ripping this nonstop to try to get the iconics and enchanteds around Toy Story, which then led the box prices going up and up and up and up. And today it is around, I think, $225. And so today it is more expensive than Attack of the Vine. And today we have those cards like Buzz being like 3,000 plus. And so that's more expensive than any of the iconics from Attack of the Vine. So which set is doing better so far? I mean, clearly the answer is Attack of the Vine. But like I said, I think a lot of this is influenced from the hype of Wilds Unknown. So like without Wilds Unknown, I don't think we would see Attack of the Vine doing as well, because Wilds Unknown has brought in a lot of people, which has brought in a lot of money, which has brought in a lot of investors or collectors into Lorcana, and people are just trying to buy these out like crazy. Mike just made a video this morning, and he talked about like, he made a point of like, I don't know where these boxes are. And that's kind of how I am too. Like, it's crazy that these boxes are still $200 because you don't see them being bought a ton, but you also aren't seeing a ton coming onto market. So like, they must have totally underprinted this set, which on the investing side is a huge sign to be like, hey, let's buy, because this set, I'm not going to say can be the next Fable, but it can follow a similar trajectory as far as it was only printed once. There's not a ton out there, and a lot of people want it. So if it follows that trend, like I could see a year from now being a $400 booster box. So $200 booster box, yes, it's $60 more than MSRP, but still a great buy. Me personally, I only have one box right now. I'm trying to hold on to see if it dips below 200, if I can get them for like 160, 170, but realistically, with my vacation coming up, a cruise, Disney World, my 10-year anniversary, I'm probably spending money on those things rather than Disney Lorcana, which hurts a little bit, but you got to make the right choices. But like I said, at the end of the day, Attack of the Vine is doing better so far. Where will it be in a month? I think Wilds Unknown might edge it out a little bit, just because I think there is going to be a lot more supply that comes out over this weekend with big box release. And Wilds Unknown is a little bit more, I hate using the word iconic because we have that rarity, but like, I think people will go towards Wilds Unknown 5 years from now over Attack of the Vine, mainly because of the buzz and You've Got in Front of Me and the Toy Story and Incredible Enchanteds. But Attack the Vines is doing much better than I thought it would be doing. So I got to give it its props there. Let me know which set you prefer, and let me know where you think these prices and boxes are going to be. Like I said, the cost of $9,000, I wouldn't be surprised if a week from now that drops down to closer to like $65,000, $7,000, and then continues to drop going forward. But only time will tell. And that's all I got for you. Appreciate you watching. Hope to see you all in the next video. Take care.